Hello everyone, welcome to Flower Mound Town Matters. I'm Anna Thorson. Thanks for joining us. We start today with a warning from the Flower Mound Police Department. They say thieves are targeting something that's found in almost every vehicle, catalytic converters. But don't worry, there are some simple things you can do to protect your vehicle. Find out more on the latest road report. Chances are you get in your car almost every day. Now Flower Mound Police say thieves are targeting a small but expensive piece that's found in almost every vehicle. We're of course talking about catalytic converters.
A catalytic converter is a component of a vehicle's exhaust system. And what it does is it takes some of the more noxious chemicals from your vehicle's exhaust, and using a catalyst, it converts those from hydrocarbons and things like that into water vapor and carbon monoxide, which can go out into the atmosphere and be more breathable. The catalytic converter is located between the engine and the muffler on the underside of the vehicle, usually forward more towards the engine. Thieves target catalytic converters for two primary reasons. One, the part, the actual catalytic converter, is pretty expensive to replace on an older vehicle. So sometimes thieves will cut off the catalytic converter, sell it to an unscrupulous repair shop, and then they use that to fix someone else's catalytic converter. The second reason that thieves target catalytic converters is because of the actual components in the catalytic converter are precious metals. And so when you scrap the entire catalytic converter, you can salvage those metals and sell them.
To make matters worse, for an experienced criminal, stealing a catalytic converter isn't very hard or time-consuming.
Unfortunately, it only takes 30 to 90 seconds for an experienced thief to steal a catalytic converter. Oftentimes, they'll go under the vehicle with a sawzall or other tool, they make two cuts, and off they go with a catalytic converter. Fortunately, in Flower Mound, these aren't very common. However, we do have these offenses occur all throughout the year, so it's really important that people be vigilant. The best way to stop a thief from stealing your catalytic converter is to put your vehicle in a place where a thief doesn't have access to it. Parking it in your garage with the garage door closed is the best. But if you can't do that or you don't have room, parking your vehicle in a lit driveway or under a street lamp is another great way to keep your vehicle from being a target for thieves.
As soon as you start your car, you should be able to tell if you have been the victim of a catalytic converter theft.
The biggest concern when a catalytic converter is removed from a vehicle is the catalytic converter is no longer there to perform its cleaning of the exhaust. So the vehicle emissions go straight into the atmosphere without being converted into safer chemicals. Also, as a user of the vehicle, you're going to notice that the car is much, much louder because the engine is no longer connected to the muffler at the end of the vehicle. So all of that noise is coming straight out of the engine. Finally, you might notice that your check engine light comes on because the vehicle's looking for its emission system and it's not finding it. So the check engine light will come on to let you know there's a problem. Once a thief has stolen a catalytic converter, it is extremely difficult to catch them usually. A catalytic converter itself is not a very large object, so it's not obvious that one has been stolen. You can easily be hidden inside of a vehicle, and a person driving that vehicle would otherwise look like any other person.
If you're a victim of one of these thefts, the first thing you should do is contact police and fill out a report.
If someone's catalytic converter is stolen and there's no suspects or leads, the thing they need to do to get the information the quickest is to do online reporting. And the way to do that is to go to the website, www.flower-mound.com/online reporting. From there, they would pick the theft option, fill out the appropriate fields, and hit submit to get their report number. Once they have that report number, they can contact their insurance company to make the required repairs. Of course, if someone sees a catalytic converter being actively stolen, they should call 911, just like in any other emergency.
Have you ever wondered about new developments or construction sites in your area? Well, the town's newly revamped development map allows residents to access information on these and much more. You can zoom into a satellite view, search for projects by name, and see where each is in the development process. You can explore the map anytime at www.fmdevmap.com, or let us do the hard work for you and sign up for development notifications. We'll send you an email or text whenever a new project is put on a town council agenda. Sign up at www.flower-mound.com/notify-me. The past couple of months have been busy here at Town Hall as staff and council have worked on the new town budget. For an update on that and other things happening around town, here's Mayor Derek France with your September Mayor's Minute.
News is awesome, so gather to hear it, 'cause here it comes from Mayor Derek.
Hello, Flower Mound. Mayor France here with an update on some of the things your town is working on right now. It's already September, which means your town council is busy finalizing the new budget. This year, it includes good news for Flower Mound property owners in the form of a proposed 7.2% reduction in the property tax rate. The proposed budget also doubles Flower Mound's homestead exemption from 2.5% to 5%. This will help provide some property tax relief to homeowners in our town. Now, council must vote and pass the budget ahead of the next fiscal year, which starts October 1st. You can learn more about what's included in the proposed budget at www.flower-mound.com/budget. We're also currently working to fill the seats on the town's boards and commissions. In August, we held our first ever information session for residents interested in joining. Applications are due September 6th, and Town Council plans to interview candidates the week of September 12th. The town search for a new town manager is well underway. SGR Executive Search is working with the town every step of the way to find the right candidate. The job was posted on July 26th, and we look forward to interviewing candidates in the coming weeks. And finally, in just a few days' time, we'll honor and remember the thousands of lives lost in the September 11th terrorist attacks. 20 years later, the nation and the people of Flower Mound continue our promise to never forget that tragic day. I want to invite you to the town ceremony honoring the innocent lives lost, the heroes who selflessly ran towards the danger, and those who came together in the aftermath to rebuild. On Saturday, September 11th at 8:30 a.m., we'll host a Remembrance Ceremony at Town Hall. I sure hope you'll join us. I'm Mayor Derek France. Thank you for joining me for this episode of The Mayor's Minute.
News is awesome, so gather to hear it, 'cause here it comes from Mayor Derek.
Big things are happening at the Flower Mound Public Library. We're just days away from opening the brand new Creation Lab. Filled with state-of-the-art equipment, the Creation Lab is here to help you build anything you can imagine. When the lab opens on September 7th, library card holders will have access to a 3D printer, embroidery and sewing machines, a digital cutter, and much more. Be sure to check back over time as new tools are added, including a laser engraver that will be installed later this year. You can find more information, including the lab hours and details on equipment, at www.flower-mound.com/creationlab. And that's not the only new addition to the library's impressive list of services. We're also now certified as sensory inclusive. Find out more on this at your service. For many of us, a trip to the library isn't scary or overwhelming. That's not the case for all town residents. That's why it was so important for the Flower Mound Public Library to earn their sensory certification in partnership with Culture City.
Being sensory certified means that the library has demonstrated that it's able to provide people with sensory processing disabilities with a friendly, accommodating experience. Culture City has certified over 350 venues in 4 countries, but in the DFW area, there are only a little over a dozen places that are sensory certified, and in Texas, only 10 public libraries are certified.
People with sensory processing disabilities can find lights, smells, noises, and crowds overwhelming and even sometimes physically painful. Now, library staff are trained to help anyone experiencing a sensory overload, and you'll also notice some changes around the library to accommodate those guests.
Signs throughout the library indicate whether a person is in a naturally quiet area or if they're in an area where they might find headphones to be useful. Both service desks also provide bags containing items that help a person with sensory overload and communication. Each sensory bag includes 3 fidget tools that could help someone experiencing sensory overload, headphones to reduce noise, a communication card to help someone convey their emotions and their needs when they're experiencing overload, and an ID card that they could choose to wear.
You don't have to wait to get to the library to learn more. It's listed on the Culture City app.
Culture City provides an app that locates all of the sensory certified locations near you. The app provides all of the information that would be useful to you before you visit. Our information includes how to get a library card, features of our locations such as our quiet areas and sensory bags, and our social story. The library's social story combines pictures of different areas of the library along with information about those areas, as well as places that you can go to find help, all in an accessible story format.
This is just one of the many ways our town's library promotes inclusivity for all.
It's important that the library be inclusive to all of our residents because it's part of the library's mission to contribute to the quality of life for our residents by providing a space that meets the needs of our community. For people with sensory processing disabilities, becoming sensory friendly certified is the way that we do that.
Also, September is National Library Card Sign-Up Month, so head on over to the Flower Mound Public Library and get yours today. The Flower Mound Police Department is now accepting applications for its Citizens Police Academy. The 10-week course is free to residents and explores the inner workings of the department. Classes meet Tuesdays at the police station starting on September 14th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. You can pick up an application from the police department or download one online at www.flower-mound.com/CPA. You must be at least 18 years old and space is limited, so don't wait. Get your applications in by 5 p.m. on Friday, September 10th. Hey, check this out. In August, crews use a crane to install a restroom facility at the Hound Mound. This is just one of the improvements happening now at the 5-acre dog park. Along with the new restroom, crews are also working on an additional parking lot and a pedestrian ADA accessible crosswalk that will include flashers. All 3 of those projects are expected to be completed this month. Finally, you're invited to join nearly 38 million Americans for the 2021 National Night Out. The annual event is a nationwide effort to promote crime prevention, police-community partnership, and neighborhood unity. So, get together with your neighbors, plan a vlog party on Tuesday, October 5th from 6 to 9:30 p.m. Then, make sure to register your event with the town. The best party will win the annual Flower Mound Neighborhood of the Year Award. For more information, contact the Community Services Unit at 972-874-3357 or email fmpd.communityservices@flower-mound.com. If you'd like more information on town projects, road construction, events, and more, visit the town's website. Also, stay connected to everything Flower Mound by liking our Facebook page and following us on Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe to the town's YouTube channel as well to catch all the latest town-produced videos. You're watching Town Matters, a presentation of the Communications Department. I'm Anna Thorson. Thanks so much for joining us.